Welcome to the Friendly Podcast Guide, sorting through podcasts so you don't have to. I'm Andy Smiley, and I want to help you discover the right podcast without having to listen to an entire episode. Now, let's talk podcasts. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's my birthday month, so this is the second episode for this week as a little gift to you in the tradition of the Hobbits of Middle-earth. If you don't know, that's one of the groups of people in the Lord of the Rings series. On a Hobbit's birthday, they give their friends little gifts, so I decided to do the same thing. This episode is about The Anxiety Coaches, which is a podcast that helps us all deal with our anxiety and similar mental health struggles. I can't wait to share a clip of the show with you, but first, here's some details about the show. The show description is, The Anxiety Coaches podcast brings you a relaxing and inspiring show sharing lifestyle changes to calm your nervous system and help you heal anxiety, panic, stress, and PTSD for life. There is no need to walk this path alone. Join us for a relaxing, informative, and inspiring time and start your journey into more peace and calm today. The length of each episode is about 20 minutes. The episodes I previewed while doing my research were kid ear friendly, so I'm about 80% confident that this podcast is kid ear friendly. You might want to keep an eye on the titles of the episodes to make sure you're comfortable with your littles hearing the content. This series is ongoing with new episodes available twice a week on Sundays and Wednesdays. Before we listen to a clip to learn more about the vibe of the show, we're going to take a quick break to talk about leaving a rating or review for the Friendly Podcast Guide. Would you rate or review the Friendly Podcast Guide as a gift to me for my birthday? The two main places to do that are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It would mean so much to me if you could give me a positive review. I read every single one, and they make my heart so happy. Now we get to hear a clip from the Anxiety Coaches podcast.
Now let's get into these myths. The first one that I found here was that anxiety isn't a real illness. Well, we all know that anxiety is a part of life, and although there isn't a medical test that you can take to see if you have anxiety or if you have gone down the wormhole, all of your worries and the physical consequences that go with them, it is very real. So I want to go along with this and bust this myth. Yes, if your worries are negatively impacting your life, you can get help and take steps to treat it. The second myth is that you can pass out when having a panic attack. Nope. No, not true. A panic attack won't cause you to pass out. Fainting will usually occur when there is a drop in your blood pressure. And actually the opposite occurs when you're experiencing a panic attack with your heart rate and blood pressure increasing. Myth number 3. You should avoid stressful situations if you suffer from anxiety. Well, nope, that's not true either. You should definitely not avoid these situations. That's your anxiety talking, right? The issue is it's almost impossible to avoid stressful situations anyway. Life is full of stressful and often unexpected situations that you simply cannot avoid. Anxiety is telling you to keep backing off more and more and more. And that is not the way out of the struggle. So you should not avoid stressful situations. Now, you may need to back off when you are extremely deep down the wormhole and you need to catch your breath. But that's it. Other than that, avoiding stressful situations can actually make your anxiety worse. But you can learn how to cope with ways to deal effectively with these situations by understanding that discomfort is not dangerous and that uncertainty is not dangerous. Life is filled with uncertainty, and we can learn to face it.
Thank you for listening to this episode. If you want to hear from me about more podcasts, please follow or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. And just a reminder, for my birthday month, could you please rate or review this podcast? It would mean the world to me. Talk to you soon.